Hi traders, thanks for stopping by thetradinganalyst.com. This is Taylor and we're going to take a look at a bunch of charts here, the major indexes starting with the S&P 500, working our way from the Dow Jones, Nasdaq, as well as the IWM Russell 2000. And I'm going to give my analysis and thought process, and you're going to walk away from this video with some newfound knowledge on technical analysis as well as some profitable trade ideas here on these individual markets we're going to be covering. But first, if you're not already a member at thetradinganalyst.com, visit us on the homepage and get to know us a little bit better. If you like the free videos and analysis that we give to you on a daily basis, it's really nothing in comparison to the membership you get at thetradinganalyst.com. The best part is, once you sign up, you're going to get instant access to the profitable trade alerts that our current members are getting on a daily basis. It's a great opportunity and we'd love to help you. Alright, so let's take a look at the S&P 500 here to start. I want to point out a couple of things that we're seeing on the S&P 500. So clearly we have some two clear levels. So the first one is this support right here, 2402. Okay, that's based off of the highs of this little box right here, right there, that we broke out of right here. So if we do get some kind of a drop into this level, this is a great bounce zone. Right around 2402 is going to be a great bounce zone because unless this is going to be some false breakout that we saw right here, this is a huge level right here that we broke over right here, consolidating sideways for about 3 months. That was a big deal. We broke over it here on some nice volume, saw a nice release of that tension here, breaking over that. So this is going to be a support. So more than likely, if we head lower, this is going to get a bounce, and we're going to continue to make new highs. So now, keep in mind, we've got this resistance level now at this level right around 2440, 2441. Okay, you can see we got rejected there a couple times, right there a couple times, and just recently right here last week. So that is still resistance. Another thing, we've got this nice trend here via this 20-day moving average, this blue line. You can see we got a bounce right there, and then on Friday we got a bounce as well. So definitely liking the S&P 500 for higher prices eventually. How it gets there, I don't have a crystal ball, but we can play these levels. Here's that level of support, and we can play a break over that resistance, and then that'll see a nice breakout as well. So that's the S&P 500. Now we'll touch on the Dow Jones. The Dow Jones is really strong here, really strong, and this is heavily weighted by the banks, Goldman Sachs, and so on and such forth. So really strong trend here. This is the 5-day moving average, this red line. As long as we're above that, we're really strong right here on the Dow Jones. And we've got this support down here between 21,120 and 21,013. So here's that level right here, that resistance, resistance, and even below us, that 21,103, 21,013 is an even bigger level of support. So if we do see a drop, it could happen anytime. We don't know when it's going to happen. We don't know if it's going to happen, but we do know what we can do to prepare for that if it does happen. If it does drop, this is a very buyable level down here, and more than likely if we get a drop down to that level, we're going to get a very nice bounce and continue this nice uptrend. But as it stands right now, we're just holding this 5-day simple moving average, and the trend is very much so in the upward direction, and it doesn't look at this moment like it's even going to try to retest that anytime soon. Now we're going to touch on the Nasdaq, and the Nasdaq to me is the weakest of the major indexes here. So I'm going to go over a couple of reasons why. So on the S&P 500 and the Dow Jones, we both saw a nice trend hold even when the market got hit, but the Nasdaq got hit bigger and it didn't recover as well as either of those two other indexes. So right here, to me, this looks like a bear flag. at this point on the Nasdaq. We've got the 5-day moving average crossing below the 20-day moving average, and we've got price holding below the 20-day moving average. So that's kind of the short-term bearish versus bullish line in the sand is that 20-day moving average. So we're below that moving average. So far it looks kind of weak. We've got the MACD crossed here and is trending down. We've got the RSI below the 50 line as well. What we do have, though, is some support. We do have a little bit of support here based off of a little bit of this sideways trading you saw back here and right there. And you can see that's where we bounced right here, and then just recently right there. So kind of a make or break level here for the Nasdaq. And now we're going to be covering the IWM Russell 2000. So I'm going to go over a few levels here on the IWM. We've got this clear resistance up here at about 142. You can see we got rejected there. You can see almost hit it up here, and then several days getting rejected right there. So that's the clear level of resistance for IWM. And then right here we've got this support level from this trend line that's matching up perfectly with the 20-day simple moving average. You can't even really see it because it's so in line with it, but you can barely see that 20-day simple moving average right there with that trend line. So here's that trend line, started here, got a bounce here, and here we are running into that level. So looks to me like we can get some kind of a bounce off of this level, or at least some sideways trading before eventually either heading lower or higher. But in the short term, I think it's going to at least hold this level of support. We've got quite a distance between the 5-day simple moving average and the 20-day simple moving average. Usually when that happens, the 20-day simple moving average is a very nice buy point for support. So we'll see what happens. Short term, you want to see this trend line hold, and then we've got a little bit more support below us at about 138 via some horizontal levels. So as previous resistance, you can see that clearly right here. We broke over it right here, came back and retested it as support. So definitely a nice level here at 138. So between 138 and 139 and right where we're at right here are some nice levels of support on IWM. Thank you for stopping by and watching the video, everyone. Again, if you're not already a member at thetradinganalyst.com, visit us on the homepage and get to know us a little bit better. If you like the free videos and analysis we give to you on a daily basis, it's nothing in comparison to the membership you get at thetradinganalyst.com. The best part is, once you sign up with your free 7-day trial, that's right, it's free to sign up and see what it's like to be a member for 7 days, so you've got nothing to lose. Go ahead, give it a shot, and we'll see you in there.